taking the box, placing it about 1 inch in front of the metal frame, working the glutes and the quads. You have one heavy spring on top, one heavy spring on the bottom. Right foot is on the box, left foot pushes the pedal all the way to the ground. Sit back in a squat, and then lift and lower that left leg. So the pedal comes just about level with the box, and you press it back down, trying not to bang the pedal down on the floor. The right leg remains still. And then turn around. Left foot on the box, right foot pushes the pedal all the way to the floor. Big toes line up, sit back in the heels, and lift and lower that right leg. Maintaining a neutral spine throughout. Feeling the workload in that left thigh. Putting the box off to the side. Coming back around to the front of the chair for frogs. Pushing the pedal down, heels together, knees turn out. You're stabilizing yourself, keeping the legs off the chair. You should feel this through the glutes. And the shoulders are stable. Doing the same thing facing the other direction. The hands will go behind the handles. You're not resting on the platform, you're actually off the platform, hovering just like you were facing the other direction. Heels stay glued together. In a high half-toe position. Knees turned out as much as possible. This you'll feel through the inner thighs. Splitting the pedal, placing the heavy springs right in the middle, or you can have them on the top. Just make sure they're even. And the box is again about 1 inch in front of the metal frame. Working the triceps, reaching the arms back behind you. Fingers are facing forward. Knees and feet are together. Shoulders stay down. Bend and straighten those elbows. Exhale, press. Inhale to bend. Abdominals stay tight. And then you'll keep both arms straight and just work your right arm. Try to keep the shoulders level. You're not holding the breath. Left arm. Bend and straighten. And only bending the elbow as much as you can without feeling your shoulder lift up. Then you're going to alternate the arms. They work simultaneously. Lengthen through your neck. Keep the abdominals tight. Continue to squeeze those inner thighs together. And finish by straightening those arms and releasing the pedal. Getting the box out of the way. Going around behind the chair, changing the springs again. They can go down into the middle position if you had them at the top position. And you'll go face down for arm push prone. You want your shoulders directly over your hands. And the pedal never touches the ground. Legs are together. Spine is neutral. Front of the ribs stay engaged. Right arm only. Try to keep the elbow very close to the body. Exhale as you straighten the arm. Inhale as you bend it. Hovering the hands off the ground. Squeeze the legs together. And then alternate without twisting the torso. You don't want to sink through the low back, so always stay connected across the front of the rib cage. Legs are apart, turned out, toes pointed for back extension. Arms stay straight, and just extend your upper back to what feels comfortable without pinching through the low back. Keeping the glutes tight helps keep this out of the low back. You can exhale as you extend up, inhale to reach the pedal down, and then dismount. Reattaching the pedal, placing the heavy spring below, and taking a light spring and placing it at the top. Side bends. Stacking the hips. Again, that right shoulder is directly over the right hand. The left hand is holding onto the handle just for a little bit of balance. Try not to use your left arm to pull you up. Legs are squeezing together. And if you'd like to make this more difficult, you can release the handle altogether. Reach that left arm out long by the side. And try not to let the legs dip down like a seesaw. We'll rotate into a V position using the low abdominals. Scooping through the low abdominals, lengthening those legs up to a V position. And then to make this more difficult, you do have the option of releasing the hand from the handle and reaching that hand towards the feet. Taking it to the other side. Push the pedal down. This time that left shoulder is directly over the left hand. Bending at the waist. Visualizing yourself as a straight arrow. Releasing that right hand from the handle. Lengthening right by the side. And then going up into your V position. Abs are tight. With the option of releasing that right hand if you'd like. Think about squeezing the inner thighs together. It's going to help get you into that V position. Exhale as you go up. Inhale to lengthen out. Bonus Track 2 utilizes the reformer for muscular strength and endurance. Beginning with footwork, feet are right in the center of the foot bar, toes are wrapped around the bar, inner thighs hug together, maintaining your neutral spine throughout. Use your exhale to push away, inhale to return the carriage, or you can reverse that breath pattern if it feels more natural. Trying to lengthen the knees without locking them. Halfway down, little pulse. So it's a shortened range of motion, emphasizing the work through the quads. And then you'll lengthen all the way back, return the carriage, change your foot position. Heels on next. Lengthen back, bend the knees. Exhale and inhale. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed, the collarbone relaxed. You're maintaining your neutral position through the pelvis. Again, lengthening the leg without locking the knees. And lengthening your ankle. So try not to move your feet. And then that half range. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Lengthening all the way back, returning the carriage. Toes on in high half-toe position. Push back, lower the heels down, lift the heels up, return the carriage. This next time you'll do 2. Calf work progression. Squeezing those inner thighs together and returning the carriage. Keeping the heels up high as you push back, and with control you'll lower the heels down and up and then return the carriage. 5 repetitions this time, trying to keep the pressure between the big toe and the second toe. Push back for 6. And again, push back. Usually around number 7, you'll feel the calves burning. One more set, going up to 8. Return the carriage. Take your feet wide, second position. Knees and toes turn out. And the knees line up with the toes. Working through the inner thighs. Trying to lengthen through the ankle again so those feet don't move back and forth. And you'll find you'll have better leverage if you have the foot placed on where the heel and the arch meet. And then you have the half range for these as well. Making sure you're not holding your breath. Lengthening all the way back. Coming down, bringing the feet to the center. Push back. Alternate dropping the heels. This exercise is called running. It is a very nice calf stretch. You do want to have control on this and try not to bounce. Sitting up, changing your spring. 2 heavy springs are on. Grabbing the handles. Coming back down onto the back for the mid-back series. Taking your legs up into tabletop. Elbows hug in by the sides. Press the palms to the carriage and bend the elbows. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Working the triceps. Trying to keep the knees directly over the hips. Keeping your arms straight and lifting them up to the ceiling. And pulling them down by the sides. Front of the rib cage stays closed. And then you'll diagonal the arms out in a V position. If your low back starts to bother you, you are welcome to cross your ankles. Taking the arms out to the sides, peel your head, shoulders up, the legs are out long. Bonus work for the abdominals. And then place the head, shoulders back down and go into arm circles. Full range of motion without hitting the stopper. Reversing the circle. Place the feet on the foot bar, and then put your feet into the straps. You're still on 2 heavy springs. Legs are together, parallel. Lift the legs towards the ceiling, and then exhale to pull the legs down. Inhale to lift up. Try to keep a little bit of space between the low back and the mat. And exhale to pull the legs down. Getting a nice stretch through the back of the legs, through the hamstrings. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Try not to let the rear end come up off the carriage. And when you pull your legs down, those straps should not hit you. Inhale and exhale. Leg circles. Inhale, exhale, sweep around. Same thing. You're not letting the straps hit you or the shoulder rests. Reversing the circle. Always staying in control of the carriage. Exhale to pull down. Inhale to circle those legs around and together. Going into stag. The straight leg is the leg that controls this. Keep the hips still. Your straight leg is pointed with the toe, and your bent knee, you'll flex the foot of that same leg. There's a lot going on with this exercise, so be careful.